to this house of God, so that in the presence of God, family, and friends, your intention to enter into marriage may be strengthened by the Lord by His sacred blessing. Christ abundantly blesses the love that binds you together. Through the sacrament of marriage, God enriches you and strengthens you both, who have already been consecrated on the day that you were baptized, that you may be faithful to each other forever and assume joyfully all responsibilities of married life together. And so in the presence of God, family, and friends, I ask you both first to state your intentions. Miles and Taylor, have you come here to enter into marriage without coercion, freely and wholeheartedly? Yes. Are you prepared as you follow the path of marriage to love and honor each other for as long as you both shall live? Yes. Are you prepared to accept your children lovingly from God and to bring them up according to the love of Christ and His church? Yes. Since it is your intention to enter into marriage, I ask you to please declare your consent now before God and before God's people. I promise to take you, Taylor, to be my wife. I promise to be faithful to you in good times and in bad, in sickness and in health, to love you and honor you all the days of my life. I, Taylor, promise to take you, Miles, as my husband. I promise to be faithful to you in good times and in bad, in sickness and in health, to love you and honor you all the days of my life. Miles and Taylor, may the Lord in His kindness strengthen the consent that you have both declared before the church, and may God graciously bring to fulfillment His blessing within you. What God has joined together, may no human being separate. Coming a special older boy. Lord, we ask you to bless these rings which Miles and Taylor will share with each other as a sign of their love and fidelity. Take this ring as a sign of my love and fidelity in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
awesome idea. Perfect. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do Miles and switch places with Grandma, and then she can be right on your other side. Yep, absolutely perfect. Yeah, Mom. Do it. Yeah, perfect. lives right next door. Must have a hard time explaining that one to her mahjong friends. But that's Taylor. She's definitely the comedian of the family. She's pretty much been cracking jokes at everyone's expense since she was little. And most of the time she's kept everyone laughing around her, including herself. But on the occasion, when Taylor's words have gotten her into trouble, that's when Alexa and I would jump in and be the muscle as older sisters that we probably enjoyed being a little too much. Just asked our mom, Bren, about the call from West Hampton Beach High School principal, Mr. Booker. But yeah, that's always been the dynamic in our family. We protect our own. And Taylor is, after all, our pincho, our little stick of meat, a term of endearment, a Puerto Rican nickname that she's answered to fondly. She's also been referred to as a mini Bren. Taylor and my mom always looked so much alike, they had similar interests, and so naturally, Taylor wound up marrying a nursery man of her own, Miles. Which, for the record, I'm still not convinced that this wasn't somewhat of an arranged marriage between two dads in the business who had single, 20-something-year-old kids spending a little bit too much time at home. So I guess at the end of the day, we all have Big Ray and Lou to thank for swapping pictures of Taylor and Miles. So, gone are the days where Joey, our brother, has to pretend to be Taylor's boyfriend at the bar. So guys will stop coming up to her and proclaiming that they're gonna cook her dinner, and Joe shouting back at them, "Oh yeah? What kind of sauce you making us? None of that jarred stuff." Yeah. So I think I speak for the entire family that collectively we're very grateful that Taylor found a nice Italian nursery man who could make her sauce and sharing her profound love for pasta. So Miles, you're in. You're part of the gang now, or as Taylor would like to say, the cult. And as we like to say in our family, God bless, best of luck, she's your responsibility now.
Prestige worldwide thing, but that was pretty good. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Will, and I'm Miles' best man. Miles and I met in the summer of 2010. Do you know where I'm going with this? We had both applied for and started training as busboys at a restaurant in Southwood. After a few shifts of working together, I saw his name crossed off the schedule and just assumed he had quit. I later found out that the reason Miles was taken off the schedule was because he was busy learning how gravity worked after rolling down a hill and breaking his collarbone. Fast forward a few years, and Rebecca and I started dating. As a protective older brother with younger sisters, I understand the importance of really getting to know their significant others to make sure that they are the right fit. So Miles did what any protective older brother would do. He asked me to move in with him. All jokes aside, the 2+ years that we spent living together at Fishel Avenue were some of the best times. Football on Sundays, grandma's slices from Cucina 25, and stumbling home from diggers wearing costumes, outrageous costumes, are just a few of the great times that I look back on fondly. It takes a patient person to handle my social battery, and you made your house feel like a home to me. I vividly remember the night that Miles came home after his first date with Taylor at Cowfish, mainly because I was concerned that he was out so late, as every good heterosexual housemate would feel. Taylor immediately ingratiated herself into our group of friends during a legendary game of Quiplash at a holiday party we had with some humorous responses I will refrain from repeating this evening. Those of you who know Miles understand that he is really good at anything he puts his mind to. For example, we recently went to the Strawberry Festival, and let's just say Miles won at least 2 stuffed animals and a goldfish. When I asked Taylor what she appreciates most about Miles, she mentioned how patient he is. I couldn't agree with her more. Miles has a way of making you feel like what you're saying is really important, even when it's me just trying to justify how the Jets will win more than 6 games this year. He is a great listener, and when you ask for his advice, he gives you a thoughtful and sincere response. Taylor, you motivate Miles to work towards being the best version of himself. The amount of respect that you two have for each other is evident in the way that you push each other to be a strong team. I'm not married, but from what I've been told, it can be a lot of work. But you now have each other to work through anything. It's impossible to lead on your own. Whew, sorry. For all the strengths that one person might have, they will always have weaknesses. You balance each other out, you challenge each other, and you support each other. I'm stealing a quote that Taylor told me over lunch the other day because I know it hit home for both of you. Don't focus on being the couple that people are jealous of what you have. Be the couple that people are jealous of your marriage. I love you both, and with that, cheers to Miles and Taylor.
Good job, good job. All right, ladies and gentlemen, dinner stations will be open.
So, honest to God, I did not see Bianca's speech, and Bianca has not seen my speech. But here we go. All right? So, kind of, in order to get this thing going, I got to give you a little bit of a background of Taylor's relationship, which may be referred to as Tail from here on out, and her mother and myself, and how it's developed. It kind of started real early when we had 3 kids that were under 3, and it was a free for all. We always said we would have been the best reality show if it was back then, but it wasn't. So we missed out on the millions. But Taylor would always seem to be disappointed in her sister's behavior, and she would always see what they were doing, and then come running into our room and report back, and hit us with the girls are not being hated. Okay? So, from that point on, it kind of earned her the nickname of the good one. So, then as time went on, Taylor and her mother, Brenda, to some of you, they morphed into sisters also. And so much so that around our house, they kind of developed the name Sister Sister, which was a TV show back in the days. I don't know if any of you people know that, but
Yeah.
Sister Sister.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
And wasn't always a smooth relationship with sister and sister. And a lot of that was because there were times, for example, when Brenda would spend, a couple hours cleaning the house, as we know Brenda likes to do these things. She had these photos on the table that she was adamant about organizing them. They all had to be in a specific order, in a specific way. That was how they stayed. And she'd spend an hour organizing those pictures. She'd come in the room to talk to me. She'd walk out into the living room, and I'd hear a big F-bomb. And nobody knew what it was. Well, unfortunately, the pictures weren't arranged to Taylor's. So Taylor would go and just rearrange everything and do it her way. And they'd stay that way. But eventually, as time went on, sister and sister, all of her sisters kind of moved on, and sister kind of morphed into dragging me into the loop. And at that point, we became known as the Three Amigos. We do a lot of nicknames and name calls. That's just what we do. I mean, we all have multiple names. And the Three Amigos became so tight that on the weekend I'd say, "So Taylor, what are you doing tonight?" And she'd look at me dead serious in the eye, and she'd say, "Well, that's not the real question. The real question is, what are we doing?" Remember. And so I knew pretty much right then and there, I had to get involved. I had to help myself. Something had to happen. So, let me see where I'm at. This is the story about the whole prearranged thing. It's this thing this conspiracy theory that's going around. I'm going to give you the true story. And I'm going to start it out like this, as Taylor would like to say. One day, she'll fill you on that later. I was at Shade Trees and I was getting some plants from Lou. And we were there talking, and Miles came up in conversation. And I said to Lou, hey, what's going on with Miles? What's his story? He says, yeah, Miles works a lot, goes home, he has his house, he's focused on what he does, but doesn't really go out too much. And then the light bulb went off. I said, hey, I got somebody at home that's kind of in the same boat. And I'm just going to get off my couch. I said, maybe we should just introduce him, no expectations, but it's kind of lonely out here in the wintertime, he said. Maybe if nothing else, they'll be friends, they'll go out once in a while. And Lou said, yeah, that might be a good idea. He said, we had to get permission, so I went back and talked to Taylor, and he went back and talked to Miles, and whatever went on, and he was like, no, but he really is a good guy. I was concerned about my dog. He said, I can tell you, man, the only thing Miles is missing is he's just missing somebody to hold his hand. So, with that, okay, I introduce everybody to the person that's here to hold Miles' hand.
Say anything tonight, but I feel as though I have to. That is true, I did say that. And I think it's what everybody needs. We all need a hand to hold, right? And what great hands they have to hold now. These two kids put all of this stuff together. How about a round of applause for this? This is great. They did a great job. But if these parents don't make it back to the nursery water tomorrow, I'm really going to be pissed. Really took some nice stuff. I thought the readings today were very, very good, the ones that they picked out. The first one with Miles the Stag and Taylor the Dove talked about love and passion, and the second referred more to the things that happened during a relationship. And I think Father Joe, as great of a job he did today, he said something that I had to disagree with when he was talking about Dancing with the Stars, and when you make a mistake, it's no big deal, you go back, but in a marriage when you make a mistake, that's it, it's made forever. And I don't agree with that. I've been making mistakes for the last 33 years, and Lisa's still with me. And I think that's what a successful marriage and true love is all about, that you forgive. Because we're all human, and we're all going to make mistakes. And when you have something special together, you've got to work through all the bad times to get to all the good times. And I have absolute confidence that that is going to be the case with these two, because I think that they started out being really good friends, and they're still learning about each other, and they've got such a wonderful future ahead of them. And I can only wish them all the best. Taylor, I'm so happy that you're in our family now. Hernandez, I'm sorry Miles is in your family now. I love you both. I wish you the best. And God bless you.
All right, thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our dinner stations will be opening up momentarily. The bar is open. Feel free to get up and mingle, grab a drink, and have a good time.
summer